In the heart of Kerala's Kochi, a Catholic school has turned into the epicenter of a charged hijab debate. What began as a routine school day for a 13-year-old girl has spiraled into a major controversy, stirring political, legal and social fault lines. A Class 8 student of St. Rita's public school in Palluruthi in Kochi walked through the school gate wearing a hijab over her uniform. The school, which is run by a Catholic congregation and follows a strict uniform policy, stopped her at the entrance. Teachers explained that the headscarf or hijab could not be permitted as part of the school uniform. The student claims that she was forced to take off her hijab, and this caused her trauma and mental stress. Within hours, the school management took an extraordinary step. They declared a two-day holiday, citing fear and pressure on staff. A letter from the principal announcing the temporary closure began circulating on social media, drawing public attention and setting off a heated debate across the state.
Threaten ചെയ്തു പറയുമ്പോൾ എന്തായിരുന്നു അവരെന്തായിരുന്നു പറയുന്നത്? കുട്ടീനെ ഹിജാബ് ഇടാൻ സമ്മതിക്കണം എന്തായിരുന്നു എക്സാക്ട്ലി എന്തൊക്കെയാ?
അവർക്ക് ഈ വേഷത്തിൽ ഇതിനകത്തിരുത്തി പഠിപ്പിക്കണം, മറ്റു കുട്ടികളുടെ ഇടയിൽ ഇരുത്തി പഠിപ്പിക്കണം എന്നാണ് പറഞ്ഞത്. ഇപ്പൊ 4 മാസക്കാലമായിട്ട് ഈ കുട്ടി ഇവിടെ പഠിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. 4 മാസമായിട്ടുള്ള കുട്ടി, അതായത് 2025-26 കാലഘട്ടത്തിൽ ഈ കുട്ടി ഇവിടെ നമ്മുടെ ഇവിടെ വന്നിട്ട് അഡ്മിഷൻ കൊടുക്കുകയും അന്ന് റൂൾസ് ആൻഡ് റെഗുലേഷൻ ഞങ്ങൾ കൃത്യമായിട്ട് മലയാളത്തിൽ വായിച്ച് കേൾപ്പിക്കുകയും പറഞ്ഞ് മനസ്സിലാക്കുകയൊക്കെ ചെയ്തു വിട്ടതാണ്. എന്നാൽ പെട്ടെന്നൊരു ദിവസം പിന്നീടുണ്ടായ വിഷയങ്ങളാണ് ഇപ്പം ഞാൻ നമ്മളോട് ഷെയർ ചെയ്തത്. നിർബന്ധ ബുദ്ധിയോടുകൂടി ഞാൻ ഇതിട്ടേ പഠിക്കൂ എന്ന് പറയുകയും പാരന്റ്സിനെ വിളിച്ചു വരുത്തുകയും പാരന്റ്സുമായിട്ട് ഞങ്ങൾ കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷൻ ചെയ്തതും ആദ്യം അവർ അഗ്രി ചെയ്ത് പോയതാണ്.
But this is no longer just about a school rule. The Education Department has launched an inquiry. The Kerala High Court intervened, directing the police to maintain law and order on campus after the school petitioned for protection. The left government blamed the school for not handling the situation in a mature manner. The Congress claims the BJP is trying to drive a wedge between Christians and Muslims. On the other hand, the BJP has accused the left government of pandering to their vote bank for appeasement ahead of the upcoming state assembly polls.
ഈ വസ്ത്രത്തിന്റെ കാര്യത്തിൽ എന്ത് ധരിക്കണമെന്ന് സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം സ്കൂൾ അധികാരികൾ ഇടപെടാൻ വേണ്ടി പാടില്ല. രണ്ടാമത്തെ കാര്യം, അവിടെ ഒരു യൂണിഫോം ഉണ്ടാവും. അത് ആ യൂണിഫോം അവിടെ എല്ലാ വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളും അംഗീകരിക്കേണ്ട കാര്യം. അല്ല നമ്മൾ മറ്റു ചില സംസ്ഥാനങ്ങൾ നടക്കുന്ന പോലെ സ്കൂൾ യൂണിഫോമും വസ്ത്രമിട്ടുള്ള തന്നെ പേരിൽ സംഘർഷമുണ്ടായി സ്കൂൾ അടച്ചുപൂട്ടി അനിശ്ചിതകാലത്തേക്ക് വരുന്ന സ്ഥിതിച്ചു കൊണ്ടുപോകാൻ വേണ്ടി പാടില്ല. മാനേജ്മെന്റ് കുറച്ചുകൂടെ പക്വതയോടെ പെരുമാറണമായിരുന്നു.
Our intention is to pacify the issue. We don't want to make this as present this as a communal issue. This is not a communal issue. So there are people who might be depressed with this decision because every morning they try to make a division between the Christians and the Muslims in Kerala, and that is what the BJP and Sangha Parivar forces are trying to do.
STP ആളുകൾ വരികയും ഇവരെ ഭീഷണിപ്പെടുത്തുകയും വലിയ രീതിയിലുള്ള സമ്മർദ്ദം ചെലുത്തുകയും സിസ്റ്റർമാരും അതുപോലെ അധ്യാപകരും ഭയന്നാണ് യഥാർത്ഥത്തിൽ 2 ദിവസം ഈ സ്കൂളിൽ അടയ്ക്കുന്ന സാഹചര്യം ഉണ്ടായത്.
What we are seeing is a replay of what happened in Karnataka, as you recall. There is certainly now an emboldenment of certain people in our state in Kerala because of the political support that Jamaat-e-Islami and SDPI are rendering to the Congress and the CPM. That there is this rise of these forces that believe that none of the existing rules apply to them.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Let's take this across to our guest now. Joining us is V. Sri Padmanabhan, who's a Kerala BJP spokesperson. We also have with us Dr. Nisha Nujumuddin, who's a political analyst, who's an educationist, in fact. S. Balan is a political analyst who leans towards the left parties, as well as Nikhil Jain, political analyst, joining us on the show. Let me start with you first and foremost. Mr. S. Balan, what does the state government stand on this issue? Because you can't come out and say that, schools have to be a little liberal, the managements have to be a little liberal, and also at the same time say that the students have to follow whatever the school says. It can only be either one. Unfortunately, we just heard Mr. Shivan Katti, he's trying to float in both the boats.
See, I feel, this BJP and Congress wanted to make a small mole as a Himalayan mountain. See, nothing has happened. It's a very small issue in Kerala. Shivan Katti, the education minister,
Sir, High Court has intervened. The state government is sending out, threatening to cancel the NOC. There is a protest happening and the school is shut for 2 days. You say it's a small incident.
No. It's a small issue. Sir, Shivan Katti solved the issue within a minute. I feel RSS inflated into the Christian school authorities. Also, there is a tacit understanding between SDPI and RSS. This is a game plan of one side, the minority Christian Institute, SDPI and RSS. A peaceful state. Why you compare this with Karnataka? Karnataka, there was an attack against women in Karnataka.
I'm sorry, sir. The school management has come down. The school management has come down heavily on the student, saying that this kind of a headscarf is not allowed. There is, I think, you can bring in the RSS and the BJP. It may have become a political issue, but the root cause, sir, the root cause of this particular issue, and where all do you think RSS has infiltrated the school management? RSS has infiltrated SDPI. Where all has RSS infiltrated according to you?
By RSS. A peaceful state. They wanted to harvest the communal. Nothing will happen in Kerala. The RSS don't think it is the Karnataka or Uttar Pradesh.
Sir, please tell me who chopped off the hand of Professor Joseph? Who chopped off the hand of Professor Joseph? In the peaceful state of Kerala, who chopped off the hand?
It's a different issue.
Why is it a different issue? The same SDPI which is protesting, it is their sister organization PFI which is involved.
No.
So why are you giving them a clean sheet?
Oh, okay. Many girls are raped. Many girls are raped in Karnataka. Who is to blame?
Please, Mr. Balan, please. This is a very insensitive comparison for you to make. I would request you to please choose your words very carefully. You are speaking on national television. This is not some mohalla program. This is not some taluk panchayat, program that you are attending over here. Please apply your mind before you speak. Please apply your mind before you speak. The SDPI and organizations affiliated with them, including the Campus Front of India, have been known to engage, and they have engaged in acts of violence. The SDPI may have every right to protest, but please do not conflate every issue. There are some serious concerns over here, and this is how the Karnataka hijab issue began as well. Having said that, there are serious questions, Mr. Sri Padmanabhan, that have been posed by the left. They are saying that this is an issue which the BJP is trying to milk ahead of the assembly polls. Your response to that?
See, my humble request to Times Now is that please don't invite people who have zero knowledge of the issue to discuss the issue. Now, having said that, I will give you one important point. See, in 2018, there is a judgment by the Honorable Judge of Kerala High Court, who is also the senior-most judge in Kerala now, Mr. Mohammed Mustaq, Justice Mohammed Mustaq. He had given a judgment in a similar case wherein in a Christian management school in Trivandrum district, the similar issue, a Muslim girl wanted to wear hijab. Now, the school authorities did not allow her. So, the matter went up to the High Court of Kerala. The High Court of Kerala, Justice Mohammed Mustaq delivered a judgment stating that in the same manner as a person has got the right to wear any dress she or he likes, in the same manner, a private school is also having a constitutional right to impose dress code as uniform, in the name of uniform in that school. Number one. Number two, this school also, similar to that school, is a Christian management school. And the Christians are also minorities. They are also minorities, not just the Muslims. There are Christians, Jains, Buddhists, Sikhs, etc. in this country, and Parsis who are also minorities. And they also have the right given by the Constitution to establish and run education institutions in accordance with their religious rights. So you cannot.
Nikhil Jain, I want you to respond to that. I think that's a very important point. Nikhil Jain, just as Muslims are minorities in this country as per law, Christians are also minorities. And they have every right to run a minority institution as per their own norms. And they are just enforcing that. So where is the problem over here?
So Madhav, first of all, a lot of people are drawing a comparison between what happened in Karnataka and Kerala, and let me tell you the difference between the two is that in this particular instance, it is a private school vis-a-vis in Karnataka, it was a government directive that applied to government schools. The right of a Muslim girl to wear a hijab is a constitutional right, and that is the duty of the state to enforce. But that would only apply in state-run institutions and not institutions that are privately run. Now, there's a lot of controversy to it, but the way the BJP is trying to inflame passions by, trying to make it again something anti-Muslim, that is the entire problematic bit of it. So far as what needs to be done in this, I think I'm sure some case would be filed in the High Court, and the High Court would give a judgment to the effect.
Nikhil Jain, who has said something anti-Muslim? You just said the BJP is making it anti-Muslim. Who has made a blanket statement against Muslims? Please tell us.
Myself, huh?
No. Madhav, what happens is that every time something like this happens, the BJP has to come in and step into it and try to create an issue that Muslims are...
No, Nikhil Jain, this is a debate. You have come out and said that BJP has said that this is anti-Muslim. Who in BJP has made this statement? Please qualify what you just said on national television. Back up your statement or take it back.
Rahul, I'm sorry. Madhav, what I'm saying is that the BJP looks for opportunities in every instance like this to make it an anti-Muslim issue. That is my problem with the entire thing.
So who has tried to make it anti-Muslim? That is my question to you, sir. Please tell us who in the BJP has given a statement. Sir, Nikhil Jain, we're not sitting here to discuss theory. You have made a specific statement that the BJP is trying to make this an anti-Muslim issue. I am asking you, quote the person. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm asking you to prove what you just said. Do you have any evidence to back up that claim?
I'll tell you. I don't have the name of the reader, to be very honest.
So please come better prepared, read up and come. Perhaps you would have better knowledge in that case and would be able to debate better. But let me read out what has been said. All right, let's listen in to what the education minister said. Why this is very significant is that who's playing politics? Perhaps both sides are playing politics, all sides are. There are multiple political parties who are at play in Kerala. This is what Kerala's education minister, Shivan Kutty, now says. He says the school must allow her to continue her studies wearing the hijab, as it is part of her religious beliefs. Further, they say that no educational institution will be allowed to violate constitutional rights. So this is the statement coming in. Let's listen to what he has stated.
കേരളം പോലുള്ള ഒരു സംസ്ഥാനം വളരെ സമാധാനപരമായി ഇത്തരം കാര്യങ്ങളിൽ പോകുന്ന ഒരു സംസ്ഥാനമാണ്. ഒരു ജാതി സ്പർദ്ധയോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മതത്തിന്റെ പേരിലുള്ള ഒരു സ്പർദ്ധയോ അത് വിദ്യാഭ്യാസത്തിലോ പിന്നെ ആരാധനയുടെ കാര്യത്തിലോ ചികിത്സയുടെ കാര്യത്തിലോ ഒന്നും ബാധിക്കാത്ത ഒരു സംസ്ഥാനമാണ് കേരളം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അതിന് ഘടകവിരുദ്ധമായിട്ടാണ് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു സമീപനം ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കുന്നത്. യൂണിഫോം വേണം. അപ്പോൾ ആ യൂണിഫോമിന്റെ കൂട്ടത്തിൽ ഈ കുട്ടിയുടെ മതവിശ്വാസത്തിന്റെ അടിസ്ഥാനത്തിൽ തട്ടം ഇടുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതിന്റെ കളറിന്റെ ആണല്ലോ പ്രശ്നം വരുന്നത്, കുട്ടികൾ തമ്മിൽ വേർതിരിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ അതിന് ആ കാര്യം നിങ്ങൾ നിശ്ചയിച്ച് ആ കുട്ടിക്ക് കൊടുക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി തയ്യാറാവണം.
All right, let's go across to Arpita. Arpita, here you have the education minister coming out to say that the schools can't violate the students' rights. Now, many would wonder, why is it that the government is so keen to issue or talking about even the removal of the NOC as far as the school is concerned? Because if this is indeed a private school and it is a minority-run institution, then it can function as per its own rules and norms. Where does the government come in then?
So the Education Minister V. Shivankutty had asked the Deputy Director of Education to submit a report. So after investigation, the Deputy Director of Education has submitted a report where he has clearly said that as per law, no schools can deny any student wearing hijab. So the claims that the school authorities made that they have a rule that there is a strict dress code and hijab is not part of the dress code is not valid, because as per law, no schools can deny any student from wearing hijab. So the report, as per report now, the education minister has clearly said that the student can wear hijab and she can continue going to school from tomorrow. So this is a directive coming in from education department. In fact, they said if the school doesn't permit this girl to attend classes wearing hijab, then they have all the rights to cancel the no objection certificate that has been issued to the school. This is as per right to education law. They have all the rights to do that, is what the education department has said. But in fact, in the evening, the parent himself had said that
Yes, Arpita, we're going to come back to you. We're going to come back to you as far as this particular story is concerned. We're going to continue reporting on it tomorrow as well. But let me quickly bring in some of our other panelists. We have Dr. Nisha Najumuddin. Dr. Nisha Najumuddin, you know, you're an educationist. If there is a minority institution, I think that is the point being made by the BJP panelist. You have Nikhil Jain, who has come out to say that the government has no right to intervene when it's a private institution, and perhaps he's right. Then why do you have the education minister threatening to revoke the NOC of the school? What's going on?
So this particular debate is not about the hijab alone, I would say, because it is about whether uniformity in institutions can coexist with the diversity in beliefs. So now, as all my previous speakers said, some was mentioning about certain articles. See, Article 20 talks about right to expression. Article 30 talks about autonomy of minority institutions, right? So now you need to understand that these are basically certain fundamental rights to protect the constitutions. And now we need to avoid such kind of mob backlash and maintain peace. As far as Kerala is concerned, it's a very secular state, I would say. And now it is all about us understanding in a very right way. And we need to protect the right and the reason, I would say. Because, and that too, when you protect the right and the reason, that should be done without tearing the, secular fabric. See, I being a Muslim, when I studied in a Christian school, I never wore a hijab. Doesn't mean that I don't believe Islam or I don't practice Islam. Right. Over there, what I was taught was like discipline and equality. Right. That requires uniformity. The school is not banning any sort of religion, but imposing uniform rule is just to create an equality there and a cohesion over there, I would say. So when equality walks in, religion will stay at the gate is what I can say actually. Even in 2020, the Kerala High Court, right, they upheld the school uniform as a reasonable restriction in an academic setting. When you talk about that. And now hijab in a school uniform actually sometimes create a dual standard also, I would say, for the fact that, see, if one student is going in his or her own religion's attire, then others may start demanding their own religion's attire. So automatically the idea of equality goes away. So if every child dresses differently for the belief, then when do they dress equally for learning, I would ask. But at the same time, I'm not saying that, we should totally avoid the constitutional rights as a whole. But for that, you need to understand that, see, religious rights are not optional, they're constitutional. But provided our education, our thought process, our equality perspective should not be touched at any cost. This is really very, very important.
And so I think Mr. Balan should answer that. Mr. Balan, here you have Nisha Najumuddin. She's not a political activist, she's an educationist. And she has a very reasonable view. She's saying that the hijab often removes that standard of equality which the uniform is meant to achieve.
No. See, what Education Minister of Kerala said is absolutely right. The matter is seized by the Honorable Apex Court. Now there is a division bench division. See, it's a private school, government school. In Kerala, everyone has a right to wear a hijab. Hijab means wearing a cloth over the head. It is, see, Article 25, 26, 27 of the Constitution protects the religious belief. Sir, is this not a minority school? A Christian is wearing some symbol.
Sir, this is a Christian school run by a Catholic denomination, a Latin Catholic denomination. School. Do they not have the right to prescribe the uniform?
Sir, it cannot. No, it's not in violating Constitution. Constitution is supreme. Article 25 is supreme.
Of course, Constitution is supreme. But there are also minority rights that are caused by other articles of the Constitution.
I think I want to add a point to what Mr. Balan has said.
But Constitution is supreme. Wearing hijab is a fundamental right.
Let me add a point.
Fundamental right. You can't intervene in the personal right.
Yeah, Dr. Nisha, please respond. Dr. Nisha.
You talk about constitutional rights, everything. Even I said Article 25, Article 30, all these things are there. But let me ask a question to you, sir. Under Article 30, minority institutions can frame their different range of rules, including dress codes, as long as they are not discriminatory. So, you come to a Catholic school, you knew the rules. It's not like you were told that you should do all
fundamental rights.
Well, let me complete. 30 seconds, let me complete. I said 30 seconds, let me complete. So you people are trying to, turn every situation into communal politics, I would say. This is what you're doing now, right? We need to understand that let children wear books on their head. They should not become the headlines of the news. And what are you doing? Please understand, we are living the 21st century. Of course, I'm a very, very spiritual person. I'm a Muslim. But doesn't mean that, I will go against equality and uniformity just for my religious rights. Religious rights are to be protected.
Very well spoken. Very well spoken. Let me bring in Mr. Jerome Anto. Mr. Anto, thank you so much for your patience. What would you like to say to those individuals on our panel who are saying that no, even if it is a minority institution, they have to follow and they have to allow these kind of religious symbols such as hijab? And that also brings me to another important question, because when this matter was being looked at by the High Court there in Karnataka, one of the observations at that point of time is that this is also not an essential practice when it comes to Islam. What would you like to respond to Mr. Balan, the statement that he has made?
Thank you so much for inviting me on your show, and I was quite amused at some statements that are being made. Very, very smartly and very easily people draw parallels and connections to the RSS and the BJP. This is very, very upsetting. Please remember, we as Christians run one of the largest institutions in this country. Please do not make situations where we close our doors. Okay, I request you, as a uniform, the uniform is meant so that we are all equal inside the class. Hijab, whatever you're wearing, please, I know the schools, whatever schools we have, all children, even all communities come, even the Muslims come, they remove the hijab outside the school once they enter the school. So the purpose of the hijab is to ensure, is for your own personal religion to be followed. But once you come into the class, you are supposed to follow a certain uniformity. I request each one of you, and this is unfortunately that has happened for the Christian schools. And this is also a wake-up call to the Christians in Kerala. The idea is that let us not make this communal. We are secular as possible. We give education to everybody. But when you start making it communal, it becomes a very dangerous trend, and it will not be good for the country. It will not be good for any of the communities.
I think that's a very, very valid point. And Nikhil Jain, you should come in on this. Because at the end of the day, if a particular minority institution, such as a Christian institution, which is being spoken about by Mr. Anto, there is a standard practice. And that practice has to be followed. And the bigger question that the school management today is puzzled about is that the parents have agreed. But the political vultures have now swooped in on this to make it political.
Madhav, is that for me?
Yes, Nikhil Jain, question for you.
No, but Madhav, who in the Congress has scooped into this? I really don't understand what are and why are we discussing this on national television. There is something that happened between a student and a student administration.
May I tell you why we are discussing this on national television?
Has any solid action been taken?
May I tell you why this is being discussed on national television?
Please do.
There is a certain religious symbol which is being worn by a student in a minority institution. Now that minority institution says that's not part of our uniform. This is exactly what we had seen snowball into a major controversy in Karnataka. And when you said a short while earlier that it was a government school in Karnataka, it's not the case. You're factually correct. But the problem here is the state education minister is threatening to cancel the NOC. So the question that is being asked by the management of the Christian school is that do we not have minority rights then, which are enforceable as per the law of the land?
And just to add, if
Madhav, but has the NOC been cancelled? Has there been an action by the government? Has anything really happened other than a few straight statements? I really don't understand.
It is not a straight statement. The education minister is threatening to do so on social media. He's giving out bites to that effect.
That's all. That is very simple.
Has he done that?
Even if
So you want that? You want that the NOC should be cancelled and then we should start debating the issue. That's what you want.
I'm not going to sit and defend illogical actions of state governments. I'm not going to defend illegal actions of state governments.
So you're also saying this is an illegal action?
Till the time he actually does that, what comment do you really want out of it? I'm saying that in minority...
Jerome Anto, till the time the NOC is not cancelled, but we should not comment or discuss this issue. Do you agree with Nikhil Jain?
He cannot do it.
Sorry, sir? Sorry?
Nikhil Jain is of the view that the NOC has only been threatened to be cancelled by the Education Minister. Why are we discussing this issue? Please respond to it.
Is the Education Minister a puppet? No, he's a man with responsibility. He's a minister and he's got authority to do it. And believe me, if ever the minister does it, you will get a backlash from all the Christian institutions across the country. Do not make such attempts. If it is he's not just a politician, he is a government servant, he's a voter, he's an elected member. Do not dare do it to any of the Christian institutions. You do it to one school, all the schools will close down. Don't ever do that, okay? We provide education to all the religions, irrespective of any caste, any creed, any religion, we provide education. You bringing your communal thoughts into the school, we will stop. I dare you. And it's a minister who's talking about it. If the minister is talking about it, we also mean business. We know how to do it.
Absolutely. In fact, this is heading for a major face-off. In fact, Mr. Balan, here you have... Yeah, okay. Quick response, please.
Said, see, you need to understand, adding a point to what he said, I truly agree to that, and I would say that, see, schools are temples of learning. They are not platforms of protest. This is something which people of this generation need to understand. See, when religion walks into classroom, as I mentioned before, the equality walks out. So uniform should erase the ego, not the identity. These facts have to go into the brain of people who talks about religion, who talks about that. See, why I'm proudly saying this, because once I was even threatened by so many people for not wearing a hijab. See, I wear a hijab, I don't wear a hijab, is purely my choice. Doesn't mean that I'm away from God, right? So in an education institution, we need to teach children what equality is all about, how everybody is equal. And we need to keep all these religious things in a very secular manner, rather than to put into their brains in a different way. Right?
And it's not just, Mr. Balan, it is not just the Education Minister. Yeah. There is also the Deputy Director of Education of Ernakulam, Subin Paul, who has said that they have asked the school to allow the girl to wear the hijab. They are waiting for the DO's report. If the management doesn't obey, we will cancel the NOC issued to the school.
Yes. What is wrong in
Who
that?
Who is Mr. Paul to cancel the NOC?
What is wrong in that?
Who is Mr. Paul to cancel the NOC? Sir, the school has every right to follow its own administrative rules. Are you not aware of the law of the land?
Don't obey the constitutional mandate.
No, the constitutional mandate is that
what are you talking?
Can follow their own administrative laws, as Nisha just mentioned to you.
Constitution is supreme.
So exactly. So the state government cannot be a law unto itself, sir. I'm sorry, if the constitution is supreme, if minority institutions have certain rights, then that will have to be followed by the state government, whether it suits them politically or not.
Jerome mind is filled with RSS ideology.
No, I'm sorry, sir. We are only following the law of the land. The only thing we are arguing is for what is the law and what is the precedent. Let me get to the BJP spokesperson. Mr. Sri Padmanabhan, if you talk about minority institutions, it is about RSS ideology. Your response to Mr. Balan.
Kerala, see, the judgment of Mohammad Mustaq is very clear. Private institutions can impose their uniform code. Especially minority institutions can do it. No one. Kerala government is not above the High Court of Kerala. Kerala government, whoever may be the education minister, is not above the constitution. Don't crack jokes on national television. Nobody will touch that to school. Nobody will touch that to school. There is a judgment of Kerala High Court.
All right. Let's see how this issue plays out politically speaking. All right. Mr. Jerome wants to respond. Very quickly, Mr. Jerome.
Please don't cherry pick the constitution. If you're talking about Article 25, we have Article 30. We have the right to run our institutions the way we want it. And we will not do anything derogatory to the nation. We follow the most secular ways of running the schools, accepting every religion, every caste and every religion, and I'm repeating it. Do not communalize Christian institutions or any of the institutions in this nation, because by doing this, you are going to open the hornet's nest. It is going to impact all the schools across the country, if not openly, unknowingly. And those who are inciting it is the one who's going to bear it.
All right. Let's leave it there for the moment. In fact, I'd like to thank all our panelists for joining us. Mr. V. Sri Padmanabhan, Jerome Anto, Dr. Nisha Najumuddin, S. Balan and Advocate Nikhil Jain. All eyes on what really transpires tomorrow when the school does open, with the government also threatening to cancel the NOC. How will this play out politically, legally, is something that we have to watch out to, particularly in the fact that the assembly elections are due there in the next few months.